I'm Tanya Curry, and this is this week's Acumen Media Report. It's called Scratch the Surface, and it's entitled The Footsackers, Putin's Proxy, and Gratitude. Well, it's been a lot. The past few weeks have been a lot. I have been in and out of a drug-filled sleep, hospital machines pinging in the background, bad dreams, fear, excruciating pain, sweat, all amalgamated in a hot pot that was another round of sepsis mixed with autoimmune diseases. I cried a lot. I put on a brave face, often. I grinned and bared it. There were needles and pins, drips and bruises, orbiting mood dips. And then I saw you, my friends and colleagues. Thank you. It's you good people who gave to me out of a well of wellness that was never ending. And it's with that I return with a smile on my face and ready to tell you what happened in the news. Today I'm home laughing at the security guard. I'm laughing at the security guard that turned up with shorts and plakkies in Merica, waving his little American flag with his big shovel of hands. He's not a farmer. He's a security guard. In fact, I doubt any of them are farmers. Look, first, let's start with these footsackers and how they arrived in the land of the free. The anomalies always strike me first. No one could make out how many of them there were, how many of these footsackers were actually, or these great sackers, let's call them the great sackers, how many of these great sackers were actually going to make it to America. Some said it started at 30. Then the numbers went to 59, and then the numbers came and settled at around 40. But the truth is, there were only about 20 adults. The rest were littlies. And you see, now I get it. I mean, if I had littlies and I'm living on farmland, but they're not. But okay, if I was living on farmland, I'd also jump on the first immigration train there was to take my children to a safer spot. Why not, if it's being given to me? What annoys me is not that, because I'm not denying the crime in South Africa. It is out of control. Really it is. What I'm saying is, why is it that we have harped on this genocide of white farmers? Because that is spurious. It's been debunked more times than you can imagine. And why hasn't South Africa risen to say that this is absolute BS? Oh, my friends, there is a genocide in South Africa, that is for sure. It's the one on women and children. And yet you don't see Thumper giving a flying squirrel about that particular genocide, do you? This is all a massive game, a tinderbox of bad public relations set on fire by a pyrotechnician. And sadly, the international media is buying it. In the same week, I watched hordes of Afrikaners, hordes of them, at the Nampo, the Agri-Festival. And you've never seen a happier bunch of sappers in your life. I don't blame the Amerikaners for jumping on the bandwagon provided by trumpets and muskets. I don't. But I'm angry at South Africa. I'm angry for you guys not calling it out. You should. It's almost like we have nothing left to defend anymore. And that's sad and tragic. It's true the place is a mess. It is. It's an absolute mess. We're not shocked like Ramaphosa. We know it's a mess. And it's true that we have like one of the most corrupt governments in the world. This is all true. No one's denying it. But what I am saying is that this is still our country. And time again, we have beaten the odds. Why not this time? Because it's the Amerikaners? Really? Municipal elections are coming up. If you don't make your voice heard, then you are a fool. Throw these thieving bastards out, lock them up, and use your voice, South Africa. Cyril, Cupcake, Ramatrus, Matamela, the uncle in the furniture business, called the move by the Amerikaners an act of cowardice.
When you run away, you're a coward. And that's a real cowardly act.
Now, there I don't agree. Ramaphosa is the coward because he didn't stop this. He didn't nip it in the bud right when it started. When Ernst Ritz went on to away to the White House and actually stood on the lawn and didn't see anyone, he should have stopped it. He also should have stopped it when Elon said there was a genocide in our country. This is how, when you have bad PR 101 is if you're in a crisis, own it. Get up and own it. Maybe he will now because, the other thing he should have done is stop Juju's mantra that kill the bird nonsense. That's nonsense. Obviously, Julius only did it to wind up Elon Musk. And it worked. So no matter why, Julius. But why, Julius? Why are you getting involved? Really? It doesn't need more crapping. The time has finally arrived for Ramaphosa to meet Trump. It's been long, hasn't it? They're going to step into the ring at the Oval Office. This should be entertaining. Cyril will definitely wear a suit. A snappy one at that. He makes good money here in South Africa, so he can afford to be a snappy dresser. Far from Gandhi, who didn't wear a suit since 1913. But anyway, I digress. This dashing suited Cyril Ramaphosa has added armor, and in each pocket, you'll find a little surprise. In the left pocket, you've got Zelensky, the Presidensky, and in the right pocket, you've got Vlad Putin. So actually, it's as if Trump will be talking to Putin himself, because Ramaphosa is actually Putin's proxy. This is going to be fun, seeing Trump and Cyril stand off, which is actually Trump facing the Putin's proxy in a Oval Office. That will be very entertaining. I'll even fork out money for pay-per-view to see this particular match. And don't worry, I'll watch the news so you don't have to. Side note. Wouldn't you have thought those thousands of people in Afghanistan, the place where the USA waged war on the Afghan people, saying they wanted to give them freedom and that there were weapons of mass destruction? That place where people climbed on the wings of airplanes to get out from impending starvation. That place, right? Aren't they considered potential refugees? Hey, Donnie? Suppose not, eh? Talking about Trump, he's tired. Yo, he's much, guys. He fell asleep at the Pope's funeral, and again in a lavish ceremony in Saudi, he fell asleep again. He was gifted $600 billion. Let me break that down for you, because we always bandy these numbers about. 1 million seconds is 11.57 days. 1 billion seconds is 31 years and 8 months. 1 trillion seconds is 31,688 years. And they gave Trump the equivalent of 1.2 trillion rand. That's what they gave him. And a couple of planes and stuff, Big plaques. All that money coming out of Saudi, all of it. Not one airdrop of aid to Gaza. We see you. You so-called leaders of the Muslim world, with your fat smiles and your opulence that crow over that opulence that you share with the world. Your pretty buildings and state-of-the-art new wall that you're building in the air, your sky wall or whatever it's called. This goes against all the principles of the Islamic faith, all of it. We see you, suckers. Right, good people, I'm not going to talk for long because I actually only took to my desk to thank you for your outpouring of love. You gave me strength and many wide smiles. But I'll give you a quick look at the headlines and then I'm out. Good news! Ace Bestos, Ace Makashule, has had his assets seized, 32 million. I think it was 6 properties, if I remember correctly. That's what happens when you leave the ANC and join the MK party. Now, imagine being in the MK party now and being a crook. You're going to be side-eyeing Ubaba, ne? That's for sure. Unemployment increased slightly. I don't believe those numbers at all. Load shedding is back. That's because of that. Take your punishment on the chin, South Africa. We watched South Africa outperform at sport, though, so there's the good news. We're the champions. Athletics is our bag, and then the Proteas are warming up for the ICC World Test. We were always a sporty nation, eh? A nation built on shisanyama, sport and a brew. That's us. Across the water, well, it's chaos. Gaza is flattened. Hamas returned an American hostage without any counter request. It doesn't matter anymore. Trump freed Syria. I mean, come on. What was this from his new palace in the sky? This guy, who made him emperor, and where is his clothes? Sorry, I forgot. He lost them playing strip poker with Putin. Regrettably, there's so much I haven't covered, like the 23-year-old, that influencer that got shot and killed while she was live streaming on TikTok. That was hectic. I know you'll forgive me as I take another week of convalescence and get better, because morgen is nog 'n dag, and we try again next week. I'm Tonya Curry, and thank you for being there for me and supporting Acumen Media.